Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name is Amy. I am an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, and we are in the book of 1 Kings. We're going to be doing chapter 19. Elijah flees to Horeb. Now Ahab told Jezebel everything Elijah had done and how he had killed all the prophets with the sword. So Jezebel sent a messenger to Elijah to say, "May the gods deal with me, be it ever so severely, if by this time tomorrow I do not make your life like that of one of them." So threatening to murder. Elijah was afraid. Now, the word afraid has a footnote of A. Or Elijah saw and ran for his life. When he came to Beersheba in Judah, he left his servant there, while he himself went a day's journey into the desert. He came to a broom tree, sat down under it, and prayed that he might die. "I have had enough, Lord," he said. "Take my life. I am no better than my ancestors." Then he lied down under the tree and fell asleep. All at once, an angel touched him and said, "Get up and eat." He looked around, and there by his head was a cake of bread baked over hot coals and a jar of water. He ate and drank, and then lay down again. The angel of the Lord came back a second time and touched him. "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." So he got up and ate and drank. Strengthened by the food, he traveled 40 days and 40 nights, which is, a recurring theme, 40 days and 40 nights. Or just the number 40. 40 years in the desert. He traveled 40 days and 40 nights until he reached Horeb, the mountain of God. There he went into a cave and spent the night. Now, Horeb is a mountain of an Egyptian god that the Almighty was like, "Nah, that was mine originally. Horeb. They could call it whatever they want. I built it." The Lord appears to Elisha. And the word of the Lord came to him. "What are you doing here, Elisha?" He replied, "I have been very zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, broken down your altars, and put your prophets to death with the sword. I'm the only one left, and now they are trying to kill me too." The Lord said, "Go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Then a great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart and shattered the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. Now you're like, so there was a tornado and then there was an earthquake? No, there was a really strong gust of wind. Sounds like a tornado. Could have been a tornado. There are, probably was earthquakes. There are two fault lines on either side of the Jordan River. And there are mountains of salt. That's what Araba means. It's actually salt, okay? Mountains of salt, which have pockets of natural gas underneath them, and it creates all kinds of weird stuff, including things like sinkholes and stuff. So when it sounds like it might be an earth event, know that the area is ripe with scientific reasons why those events would, for us, God made it that way. So they can explain with science that we call that an earthquake, or we call that whatever we call it now. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. After the fire came a gentle whisper. When Elijah heard it, he pulled his cloak over his face and went out and stood at the mouth of the cave. Then a voice said to him, "What are you doing here, Elisha?" He replied, "I have been very zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, broke down your altars, and put your prophets to death with the sword. I am the only one left, and now they are trying to kill me too." The Lord said to him, "Go back the way you came, and go to the desert of Damascus. When you get there, anoint Hazael king over Aram." Hazael. Also anoint Jehu, son of Nimshi, Nimshi, king over Israel, and anoint Elisha, son of Shaphat, Shphat, from Abel Meholah, Meholah, to succeed you as prophet. Jehu will be put to death. Jehu will put to death any who escaped the sword of Hazael, and Elisha will put to death any who escaped the sword of Jehu. Yet I reserve 7,000 in Israel, all whose knees have bowed down and have not bowed down to Baal, and all whose mouth have not kissed him. So he's saying, what are you doing here? You have people, you have work to do. Weren't you just all proud of how strong I was and how that wasn't a real God? You think I'm going to abandon you? The call of Elisha. So Elijah, Elijah, went from there and found Elisha, Elisha, son of Shaphat, Shaphat. He was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen. Wow, that's a lot. And he himself was driving the 12th pair. Elijah went up to him and threw his cloak around him. Elisha then left his oxen and ran after Elijah. "Let me kiss my father and mother goodbye," he said, "and I will come with you." "Go back," Elisha said. "What have I done to you?" So Elisha left and went back. He took his yoke of oxen and slaughtered them. He burned the plowing equipment to cook meat and give it to the people, and they ate. Then he set out to follow Elijah and became his attendant. So just like that, he could walk over to him, throw a cloak on him, and be like, "Oh, I get to be a prophet!" And they would run off, like leaving everything behind. Maybe that's where Jesus got the idea that his disciples should be leaving just everything behind to go follow him, right? If you want to find out what happens next, you're going to need to come back for the next video, friends.